What's up, everybody? Today I just want to give you guys an update on some of these projects that we have going on. This video isn't going to be too crazy, but I just want to give some of you hardcore guys an update on everything that we got going on the lawn, like the fertilizer, the Fireball 2, Jay's overseed, all that stuff. So I'm going to give you an update on what's going on and how everything's reacting a few days later. Now, as you can see back here, look at that tree. Oh man, it is fall, guys. Actually, this tree looks pretty damn awesome though once it turns fully red. So I'll be cleaning up all these leaves today. And if you take a look at the front lawn, it's actually bouncing back from that scalp I did. So I expect the color to bounce back here in a couple days. Last night I put down 0.6 pounds of ammonium sulfate on every part of the lawn. So the front, the side, and the back. So we should get a green up. Weather is still hanging on for us here around the 60s, 70s. So that will be good. So let's give you an update on this fertilizer test plots. Hopefully it shows up. You can definitely see right here, we put down 2 strips of that test fertilizer. It is definitely darker. Now I think tonight I'm gonna experiment with some rates. I had a tiny bit of like browning in some spots, and I think it's a little bit too much iron that I put down. So I'm gonna try going on a half rate and see what the color looks like after 24 hours spraying another test round. But you can definitely see where it is. Now let me show you what it looks like in the back. So here's the test plot in the back. You can see exactly where we sprayed, right in that square there. It's dark, man. And this is, I think, 4 days after application, so definitely darker. And what's kind of amazing to me is I've been giving this backyard the nitrogen blitz, so it's been getting a lot of nitrogen. For it to turn that dark with a heavily fertilized lawn already is nuts to me. I mean, that's dark. So I'm gonna experiment with some lower rates back here on the turf type tall fescue as well. But here's what the backyard is looking like. I haven't ran the robot mower for 2 days, so it's getting kind of long. I mean kind of long. Everything's looking good. All those bald spots that we had earlier have all filled in. The coverage back here is awesome. I cannot complain about it. So still pumped about the color back here. I mean, look at that line from Jay's yard. Jeez. And I also put down 0.6 pounds of nitrogen back here as well. We are continuing the fall nitrogen blitz on a new overseed. And guys, it's working out pretty damn well in my opinion. I always tell people that it doesn't need that much nitrogen, but look at this. I mean, I can't complain with the results. So if you want to experiment with the fall nitrogen blitz on a brand new overseed or renovation, I don't think you're really going to harm it. Because that's dark. It's thick, looks good. All right, guys, let me give you an update on the Fireball 2 test plot. It is definitely thickening up. The edges need some more seed, I think. But the good news is, if we get down close in here, in these spots where I went a little too heavy with the peat moss, we have germination. We have germination in there all over the place. Now, there is something I'm afraid of. We have frost coming in 3 days. It's supposed to get down to 30 degrees overnight. Frost can kill seedlings. So I think I'm gonna put a sheet over this that night just to protect this test plot. I'm a little worried about Jay's yard. It's growing in, but I don't think it's mature enough to survive frost. We're gonna see what happens. That makes me a little nervous. We also have germination in here. All these spots have germination happening. So good news there. Hopefully we can fill these bald spots in before summer comes. We don't have any germination here though. Why? Keep an eye on that. Might have to give it a little more seed. But other than that 1 day of frost, the 10-day forecast looks good still. So just that 1 day, hopefully it doesn't ruin our overseed on Jay's lawn. Nice, I just had a package show up. Open this thing up. I forgot I even ordered this. Let's go. Skol, baby. And speaking of Skol, most of you know about that blackout before and after contest that ends on October 31st. We have gotten a ton of submissions in on that. What I want to do for people that live in Minnesota, if you want to be a part of the judging of the before and after contest, I'm thinking about setting up a meetup here in the North Metro at a bar or restaurant, something like that, where we can sit around, we're gonna vote on all the before and afters so we can decide the winners, and then we can just hang out and talk grass. So if you're in the metro area and you wanna meet up, I'm thinking on like the 29th or 30th, I think. I haven't set anything up yet. Shoot me an email. Here's the email right here. Shoot me an email and tell me you're interested and want to join. If we have enough interest, I'll book a room or we'll just set up a small area. And that way we can go through all the photos, vote on them, and just have a good time. I wanna meet up with some of you guys anyway. So if you're interested, let's do that. All right, my irrigation's going on over here, but I want to show you what's going on in Jay's yard. I mean, you can see how good the germination is in spots over here, and I can see it, I don't know if you guys will be able to tell on the rest of the lawn, coming in very well in this corner, which is great. But when we get into the shaded areas, it's looking a little rough. I mean, oh geez, Jay's irrigation just turned on. All right, we got water everywhere. But it's just now germinating decent in this area, and it's been 14 days. So I think the cooler temps along with the shade has slowed down the germination in those areas. Now, like I said, we're supposed to get frost in 3 days. I'm very worried about what's gonna happen with these baby seedlings. I mean, this is pretty shaded over here, but it's coming in decent. This spot was completely bare. Like, it's really thick here, and it looks kind of spotty in here, but all this is gonna fill in if it survives that frost. Another spot you can tell. Can you tell where the irrigation stopped reaching? I mean, holy, this is all germinated, looking good. I don't think any germination here. So I had to adjust that sprinkler over in the corner so it shot further. I don't know if any of this stuff's actually gonna germinate, but you can see the cutoff, like basically here to right down the line. I mean, it's like a perfect line of where the germination stopped. And that's looking green here. So I'm really hoping these seedlings survive that frost. Man, if you guys have any tips on what I can do for one night of 30-degree weather, like do I run the irrigation in the middle of the night over there to hope that frost doesn't go on the seedlings? I'm not sure what to do. If you have any suggestions, put them down in the comments. But that's all I really have for you guys today. I just wanted to give you guys updates on everything that's happening around the lawn, what the lawn's looking like. Like I said, we should get a pop of green, get back to where we were on the front, and the back will continue to stay green because of that ammonium sulfate I put down. If you guys aren't nitrogen blitzing, I would say start. We have warm weather, especially up here in the Midwest still, which is kind of uncommon. This is the most important time of the year, and your grass is gonna bounce back super green in the spring once you do that. So thank you guys for all the support, all the sales on the grass seed. It's been freaking amazing this year. You guys are awesome. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down in the comments. I try to get to everyone. After a few days, it's hard to keep up with everything. So I try to answer questions in the first few days of the comments. So if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. I appreciate all your guys' support. You've been awesome this year, and we'll talk to you soon.